Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. So these two boxes of golf balls just arrived at my house. This one is labeled VS Black and this one is labeled VS Red. And they're starting to show up on social media and make their way out onto the PGA Tour. But unlike a lot of the golf equipment that I tell you about on this channel, I don't know a hell of a lot about them. But it does mean that we get to have a little bit of fun. Okay, but before we start cutting these guys open and seeing what we can discover, let's review a little bit about what we typically know about Bridgestone golf balls. Historically, Bridgestone has updated its premium golf balls, the Tour B lineup of balls, every 2 years. And the last update was in 2024. So that means probably in early 2026, we can expect a new family of premium golf balls, likely Tour B golf balls, to be coming from Bridgestone. And it usually have been 4 of them, split into 2 groups. The X and the XS historically have been made for golfers who have a driver club head speed over 105 miles an hour, with the X ball being the firmest feeling and the XS being the one that spins a little bit more off the tee. Both of them are 3-piece constructions that have a cast urethane cover on the top, which is going to give you really good greenside spin and lots of speed off of the tee. For golfers who have a driver club head speed below 105, Bridgestone has been offering the Tour B RX and the Tour B RXS. And like the golf balls that I mentioned previously, those golf balls are divided by the feel and the spin, with the RX being the slightly firmer ball and the RXS being a slightly softer, spinnier version. The golf balls also had what Bridgestone refers to as a reactive IQ cover, so that off the tee it behaved like a firmer golf ball to reduce spin, but with slower swinging clubs, your long irons as well as your wedges, it really brought out the softness of it to enhance spin and to behave a little bit better to give you better control on approach shots. Okay, enough talk. Let's break open these bad boys and see what we can see. So in the box labeled VS Black, we see inside that there are actually 2 golf balls, 2 3-ball sleeves labeled VS Black, and these are labeled VS Blue. And in the red box, VS Red and VS Green. Now, if you are pretty adept and pretty knowledgeable about Bridgestone golf balls, you'll know that these are the 4 colors that have been sort of associated on the front of the boxes with Bridgestone's golf balls, the Tour B golf balls going back the last couple of years. The black and the blue, the red and the green. This matches up with the Tour B X and XS. This matches up color scheme wise with the Tour B RX and the Tour B RXS. If I grab one of the boxes that's labeled Tour VS Black and I open it, you can see that we've got a typical looking script with the Bridgestone B, and it says VS Black. And obviously, you know, from the outside, it's a golf ball. You know what? I don't really know what else to tell you. There's only one side stamp on it that I can see. The number is red. Let's grab the pipe cutters and see what we got. Okay, we are through, and there you go. That is the inside of the golf ball labeled Tour VS Black, and it's a little bit difficult to tell, but I would suspect that, once again, this is a 3-piece golf ball. You can sort of see we've got a large rubber core here. I can definitely see a sort of light gray line here. That will be the mantle layer, and we've got the cover material right here. It's fairly uniform. The coloration, don't pay any attention to that. Companies and manufacturers of golf balls can make the rubber cores any color they like, and they often color them in such a way so that in the factories, when there's just big slabs of rubber laying around, they know by color which one goes to which type of golf ball. So the color really doesn't matter. You're looking for uniformity, and clearly we've got that with these golf balls right here. Now we'll try the VS Blue. Again, the standard Bridgestone logo there, VS Blue, printed in blue. Let's see what we've got inside. Again, different coloration. Clearly can see, though, with this construction, that this is a 3-piece golf ball. You've got the gray portion, which is the large rubber core. There is sort of a dark gray, bluish piece in there that is going to be the mantle layer, and then a very thin cover. So we've got the black here, we've got the blue, different colors of the core material here, but again, 3-piece construction for both of these golf balls. And now we'll try out the golf balls in the box that's labeled VS Red. Of course, there you go. VS Red. Number is red. Give this one the guillotine treatment as well. Gotta watch those fingers. Okay. And there we have that. Historically, Bridgestone golf balls for the last several generations have had what's referred to as a gradational core. That means that the innermost portion of the core is really soft, or is significantly softer than the outer portion of the core. So the core itself gets firmer, almost like a cake that's sort of raw in the middle, but really well cooked on the outside. This core material does that. And then that's encased again in that casing layer and then inside of the urethane cover. For the last one, this is going to be the VS Green. So we'll grab this golf ball right here. And I suspect that we're going to get a green side stamp. Yes, we do have a green side stamp right there, VS Green. Give this one last guillotine treatment. There. And voila, sort of a pink kind of cover, or excuse me, a pink core right there. And again, very clearly going to be a 3-piece golf ball. The large gradational rubber core, I'm assuming it's gradational, inside of a casing layer, a mantle layer, and then with the cover over the top. Okay, so I would love to share with you specifics about what each one of these golf balls is about and how they're going to be different with relation to each other. Obviously, at this point, I have to rely a lot on history. We've got color schemes that sort of match up with previous generations of Bridgestone Tour B golf balls, and I can tell you that the word on the street is that these golf balls were tested in their prototype stages during the FedEx Cup playoffs by players like Jason Day, who evidently, the word is out on the tour, really liked it, picked up a little bit of ball speed, would plan to transition into this golf ball, likely with a mindset stamp on the side of it. The mindset stamp is something that Jason Day really helped to develop, along with Bridgestone. The company's made a really big investment in mindset. And if I had to guess, we're talking probably also something on the material side, because we're really seeing in all these golf balls, they appear to be 3-piece constructions. We're not going from previous generations, which were 3-piece balls, to a 5-piece ball or a 6-piece ball. We're probably talking something that has to do with the configuration of the material or the mixture of the material in the core or in the cover or in the mantle layer. So it's going to be something like that, having been changed to give, it sounds like Jason Day, a little bit more ball speed. Other Bridgestone players out there on tour reportedly getting a little bit more ball speed, which is what you would want. Bridgestone is really heavy into what they refer to as contact science, how materials and different constructions can behave differently under different circumstances. When you're swinging your driver, the material behaves one way, but then when you're swinging a short iron or a wedge, the same material reacts differently. So I wonder if we're going to get more into the story as it relates to Bridgestone with contact science. I will tell you that as details come out and as I am allowed to write about and talk about the new series of Bridgestone golf balls for 2026, I presume, that I promise you that you're gonna be able to get the details right here on YouTube as well as on golfweek.com. So if you have some questions, if you have some feedback, if you have some comments for me, please feel free to drop them in the comment area below. Myself and Golf Week want to be a resource for you to help you get the best golf equipment for you and your game into your bag, and I'm here to answer questions for you. So please, if you got some information on us, if you like this kind of video, let us know in the comment area below. It would really help us out a lot if you would smash that like button as well as subscribe to our channel. It really helps us out tremendously. So thanks a lot, and looks like we've got some golf ball testing coming up pretty soon.